metal, stairs will creak. Your outcome's looking pretty bleak. Thunder booms and lightning crashes, leaving boots filled with ashes. As we lay you down to rest, we read the pages of the Dead Man's Digest.
Hey everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Dead Man's Digest. Joining me for this one, we have Greg in Orlando. How's it going, man?
What's up, guys? Glad to be on the show. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Definitely. First time, I think there's been a few times. Yeah, I'm drinking one of the theme park bloggers' beer of choice right now, the Coney Island hard root beer. Pretty good. Good stuff.
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon over there, classic. But yeah, we're talking Halloween Horror Nights. Since I haven't been doing Dead Man's Digest this time, we thought we'd start off with a quick recap of the houses that have been announced so far. So in Orlando, we've got Freddy vs. Jason. And then in both parks, we have Insidious and The Walking Dead. And then over in Hollywood, we have Crimson Peak. And this is a pretty short list by this time of year, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems very behind the ball, but these things always kind of have their own pace, and as things get closer, I'm sure the pace will pick up. We've only got about a month and some change.
Yep. And with 9 houses total this year, that's a lot to announce, including that and the scare zones and everything. I think what we're going to see is a couple more scattered ones, and then like a huge final release with like all the scare zones and everything all at once. Seems to be the way they're doing it. But yeah, so I just wanted to start off here with some questions that we received. Now, the first one comes from Ash, and he says, do you know how different Horror Nights is at Hollywood to Florida? I heard a few years ago they were very different and were much more cheap and sleazy with half-naked female vampires, he says, fine by me, rather than scares in Hollywood. Is this still the same? What are your thoughts on Hollywood versus Florida's Horror Nights? Best regards, Ash. I've never been to the Hollywood event. Have you, Greg?
Unfortunately, no. I'm trying to go once Harry Potter opens, and I want to go in October for that reason. But you guys have talked to Andy DeGenova.
Right.
He's been to both events. Hollywood is a dry event. That's probably your biggest difference that we can talk about easily, as well as the compressed nature of Hollywood's park, where you're going to be kind of building in the middle of the park and really have interesting ways to make queues and houses.
Yeah, definitely. I know they said the Walking Dead over there, they're taking a cue from Orlando last year and making it the largest house that they've ever done. Which is kind of interesting. But yeah, for the most part, I think you get, what Andy said is you get more quality actors over there. You got prettier people doing the acting because they're actually all out-of-work actors and actresses
right.
in that part of town. So you're going to see a lot of that, but you're going to see, I think they're more focused on the scares in Orlando. Oh, I guess the past couple of years that's debatable. But yeah, a smaller scale, like kind of a scaled down event compared to Orlando. But by all means, I think the quality of their houses and the set design and everything is on par, if not sometimes better, with John Murdy, behind the reins there. So there are some differences. They're all IP this year over at Hollywood. John Murdy announced, so that's kind of interesting.
Take it or leave it, but
yeah, no original designs. So, but that's something that they're going to get into. Especially with Comcast running the show, you're going to see a lot more IP heavy things because they want to advertise and promote their products. So, you're definitely going to see that. So, that's basically all I know as far as Hollywood goes. I definitely would like to know more, but
that, and we've yet to see even a replacement for Bill and Ted, let alone Bill and Ted coming back. They don't have a riff show, if you like, which most haunt events around the U.S. have a riff type show.
Right.
And Universal Hollywood does not.
Right. Yeah, and they've just announced that the Jabberwockies dance crew is going to have their show, and I wonder if that's what they're going to consider their replacement.
I'll take that one as a wait and see, but it doesn't strike my interest.
Yeah, I mean, I like the dance crew. They're cool and everything. It'd be something different, but I think they're kind of grabbing at they wear masks, so they fit in Halloween Horror Nights kind of thing.
Maybe it's just a safe play, you know?
Yeah, very true. They're definitely not going to offend anybody if they don't even talk. But yeah, so let's move on to the next question here. It says, hello, Tracy Lee, Darren, and Hunter, but let's strike all those out. And Darren and Greg, that's who it says now. It says, I love the show and I want to thank you for all the time and effort you put into bringing it to us each week. I've listened to a few other shows about Universal and I can say with 100% certainty that none of them even come close to this one. I'd like to start off with a butterbeer preference. What show is this? What are we doing? I've had each kind and with the exception of hot. However, I'm not really a fan of warm drinks anyway. That being said, I'm going to have to go team regular all the way. Let's just
team regular. Good choice.
Let's just go ahead and throw that right out. Since that didn't make it on the show, that doesn't go in the tally. Frozen is still a winner. He says it's a must-have every time I go to the parks. No, that'll be counted.
Agreeable.
Yeah. I gotta go Frozen. It just tastes bitter to me. There's something about it. I don't. Anyways, he says he recently saw Jurassic World, which he enjoyed and thought was great. After watching how the park operated in the movie, I started to think of all the things they could do to expand Jurassic Park Land in IOA. I hope the amount the movie has made will show Universal that it's something worth investing in as far as the parks go. I'm sure. And I'm sure they're kicking themselves for going with Kong instead of doing a Jurassic World expansion in that pad there. I think Kong will still be successful, but yeah, I think now that they've seen the money that made, they should have expanded out a little bit. So he's like, yeah, I'd like to see another ride based on the movies in that land. What are your thoughts? They've got to get those clear plastic ball things. Incorporate them somehow into a ride.
I mean, even if we just see a renovation of the Welcome Center, I think that would be really cool. Just to update it, bring it out of the 90s, see what we can do with current tech. I'd love to, a reimagined Raptor berth would be really cool.
Yeah, those holograms from the movie would be kind of neat if they could do something similar.
If you could walk through holograms, that would be neat.
Yeah. Or they could go the other route, like we talked about on the show, and that's just stop renovating it completely and let it just run down to nothing and make it accurate to the Jurassic World movie. That'd be kind of neat too.
You have to fix a Jeep, and that's how you get out.
Yep. He says here, let's get to the Dead Man's Digest part here. He's also a huge Halloween Horror Nights fan and enjoy all the Dead Man's Digest episodes. A few shows back, you went over a list of leaked rumored houses, one of which has already been confirmed with Freddy vs. Jason. In another one of the episodes, we got to hear various individuals who helped to create Halloween Horror Nights with Spooky Empire's HHN panel. I especially like Mike Aiello's story about the icon that never was, Crow. Yeah, that was really cool. These shows got me thinking about the houses I'd like to see or create myself if I were in their position. Since in the past Halloween Horror Nights has usually been comprised of around 8 houses with a mix of original concepts and IPs, I'd like to propose a question to the two of us. Yes, if you were in charge of coming up with the houses for Halloween Horror Nights, what would be one original idea and one IP that you would choose to make up for the 8 houses for your event? And going back to my earlier comments regarding Jurassic World, I'd like to see an IP house based on this, using puppeteers and suits that you like what they use in the new Raptor encounter. I think a house like this, where you go through the original rundown park or a jungle area with dinosaur jump scares and scare actors being eaten, would be amazing. For my original house idea, I think North of the Wall and White Walkers from the Game of Thrones That's not really original. That's part of an
Yeah.
IP. Obviously, it would not be these exact characters, but they would help paint the picture. Okay, I gotcha. You came back with that one. Abandoned on a freezing snowy mountainside where creatures stalk your every move while you try to make it down to safety. Anyways, those were just some ideas. Look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. Have a great one, and thanks again, Chris J. Was that Chris Jericho, you think?
Maybe Y2J.
Yeah, Y2J.
Still on Rip Ride Rocket.
Yeah. Yep, that shark's still just going back and forth. Last time I was there, I saw him. But yeah, IPs. There's one that's always been in my head since I started going to Halloween Horror Nights, and that's a movie that's hasn't gotten much play after it was originally released, but I thought it was still really cool and stylish. 13 Ghosts.
Okay.
Tony Shalhoub, Matthew Lillard. You've got the kind of the same, like a similar concept to what they did in Cabin in the Woods, where you've got like the containment cells in the glass house, and I just think that glass house concept with the cells and the crazy detailed ghosts that they put in that movie would be excellent. So that's always been my pick for IP. Hopefully one day they get crazy enough to actually do it. What are you thinking for IP?
IP. I was thinking about this earlier today. I'd like to see a comedy kind of American Psycho house.
Oh, that would be good.
Just a lot of iconic scenes that would be fun to walk through. Maybe not so much. I mean, there could be a few chainsaw scares and things, but more on the just immersive comedy side.
Oh yeah,
like he's got an umbrella and just some great stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And with the amount that Huey Lewis plays at Universal, I bet you could get him live in the house every night for the event.
Stop by.
Yeah.
Like Penn and Teller did.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the original house. This is tougher for me.
Yeah, that's very.
I am not as creative as Mike Aiello, coming up with these concepts.
First off, the snowy mountainside idea sounds like a safety nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Like,
a little bit.
I'll just get down the mountain. It's cool.
Yeah.
Take a ski lift.
Yep.
Anything closed and very detailed is gonna be a good original house. I know it's kind of like just describing what a good house is.
Right.
But I mean, what are some of your favorite original houses lately? I gotta go. Gothic was great imagery.
Yeah.
And sets the tone without using any IP.
Yeah, that's very true. My favorite original house of all time was now I'm gonna blank out on the name. Home for the Holidays. Was it called
like
that? It was where the psychiatric patients had crashed into the house with their bus and kind of took over. They were baking ears and that sort of thing instead of cookies. They were wrapping intestines instead of tinsel around the tree. That kind of setup. I've always liked taking a happy, fun holiday and just wrecking it.
Yeah,
that's always been one of my favorites. And most recently, Dollhouse of the Damned really impressed me last year.
Yeah, that smell.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That was a messed up house. So I would probably go like somewhere around those lines, like a holiday themed one. I would just go crazier than the original, for sure. All right, we got another one here. It says, "Hi, we are visiting from the UK the last 2 weeks of October, and we'll be staying on site for one night to make use of the front of the line passes for 2 days. While we are here, we are wanting to go to Halloween Horror Nights and leave our daughter, near 7 years old, in the Hotel Kids Club for the evening. We want to get around the houses as quick as possible to get back to our daughter. What's the best options? Should we just be there as soon as they open and start lining up for each house? Should we do the VIP tour, one where you're with other people, not the exclusive one? And what time does the VIP tour start and finish? Do they have front of the line express pass type passes? Would this be a better option, or should we get the tickets?" This is kind of what our main discussion about the show is going to be. And
listen to our discussion, I think.
Yeah, and try to get everything done. Yeah.
Try to answer this question.
Yeah, definitely, because we're going to be going over all these options here in a minute. So, yeah, let's hold that one up and answer the last email here.
This one looks familiar.
Yeah. Hi, Dead Man's Digest crew. We are traveling to Orlando from the UK for Halloween Horror Nights 25 for the first time since 2004. We have frequent fear passes with Express for one night and RIP for our second night, which is amazing. My question is, on the first night, can and should we stay in the park using our tickets to take advantage of getting to the houses before the general public, or should we exit the park beforehand to witness Halloween Horror Nights rope drop? Thanks for your help, Lee and Tracy from the UK.
Oh,
yeah, these names sound a little familiar. Really, I can't tell you till the event starts, because some years is awesome at the gates. Like when they had the Purge folks outside last year, that was awesome. That's something I'd want to be there for sure. But that benefit of getting to run to the first house, while you're already inside the park, is a definite time saver. And that's something else that we'll probably be talking about here, because we're having the Great Express debate here. I, of course, am on the side, as if you've heard this before, always buy Express. Greg is going to counterpoint this one. No Express needed, he says.
No Express needed.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get into the dirt. Let's put the gloves on here. So yeah, I always say Express, and it's more for a comfort standpoint for me. Can I get through everything without Express? Probably.
Let's set some ground level rules here between where we're coming from.
All right.
Darren, where do you live?
I live in Seminole, Florida.
Seminole, Florida.
Tampa.
So you're traveling, for those not in the Florida area, how far to get to Halloween Horror Nights?
About an hour, 45 minutes. Okay,
and then you're also, usually staying at home, right?
Right, yeah. Okay. Or my girlfriend lives up in Orlando, so we might be just crashing up there as well.
So on the opposite side, I am 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
From being in the park. I mean, it's we couldn't be more opposite on that.
Yeah, definitely.
So before we dive into the discussion, if you have the cash, even I'll agree, get the Express Pass.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're talking more to the on the fence folks for this one, I think. Yeah, Express is going to make your night a lot better, especially with 9 houses this year. This is like really my sticking point. Even if you're going to have to break the bank a little bit to do it, that's why I say get the Express. Because you're going to try to get through 9 houses. You're going to try to experience some semblance of scare zones, which we've got 5 scare zones this year. And then you've got the live shows, which, in my opinion, if you don't have Express, you're not going to be able to see the shows. What do you think about that?
The 9 house dynamic is something is really hard to predict.
Mm-hmm.
Because we only have rumored locations, and crowd flow is what it's going to come down to. Is that 9th house going to affect anything early on? I don't think it will until later in the night when it normally would peak. I think the 9th house is going to help there in keeping the weights a little bit lower.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of hard to see until you actually put people through it.
Right.
What difference that's going to actually make, and also how detailed are the scare zones? Are they set? Are they loose?
Definitely.
All of that comes into play when you talk about timing.
Yeah. Very true.
Now, one thing I don't think you'll disagree on, if you are not getting Express, is very important that you do a stay and scream.
Right.
My recommendation is that you go to Diagon Alley. Same as last year, around 3, they start admitting people into Diagon Alley. Only if you have either admission to the event or park-to-park access, so you can leave via the Hogwarts Express. Then you've got a lot of space, most importantly food and drink, to relax before the event, and it also puts you in a prime real estate towards getting to the back of the park. because if you are not having express, it's vital that you plan. So I'm on the side of planning, and that you hit those rear houses first. The ones in Kid Zone are usually the first open, and they exit into each other. So if you go all the way to the right, that one exits into the left house of Kid Zone, which exits near Men in Black, which is the third house. And then from there, you can rotate back towards the front of the park, and you'll, in an hour, have hit 4 houses.
That is a good point. But then, if you do that, and you don't take advantage of the front areas, then you're not going to get into those huge wait time houses. And I'm talking Walking Dead. That's one. I've actually got a photo that you took last year at Halloween Horror Nights up here with AMC's The Walking Dead at 150-minute wait. Now, you remember how late into the event that was?
I did not take said photo. That was someone on Twitter.
Just one you found there.
I don't have it on me, but they were discussing kind of what we're discussing. But the weights do get up there. But we've got 5 scare zones, 2 houses. So if you plan your night out, those front of the line houses drop off immensely towards the end of the event as people start to go home and can't repeat houses. So my recommendation, looking at prices, Rush of Fear is $83. And Rush of Fear plus Express Pass almost takes it to $219
right
to get the Express on those upgrades. So I say if you're getting a Rush of Fear and you can go 2 nights, you can see the whole event, save that $120 because beer is expensive. And you will want to, and the Express doesn't get you front of the line access to the bars, so might as well save that money for drinks.
Okay. And what I'm saying going through that is I'm actually buying the Rush of Fear with Express for the first time this year. It's for the pass holders, for my pass holder level, it's $208 plus tax and everything, of course, after that.
Right.
But I'm going to be going, I'm a local, so I'm going to be going every night of the event for the first 3 weeks. So that makes a lot of sense to me.
Which is all the more reason not to get Express.
But here's the thing. I hate lines. For someone who loves theme parks as much as I do, I hate the lines. It's the worst part of everything for me, especially Halloween Horror Night lines. I went to Halloween Horror Nights one time without Express. Just once. After that, every single time I've had Express since then, especially when you get back towards the soundstage buildings and how they have it set up. It seems like they designed it just to make you as angry as possible, in my opinion, because it's like, I'm going to turn this corner right here. It's full of optical illusions of I'm going to turn this corner, I'm going to be right up at the house. Nope. I'm going to go back behind the sound stages. I'm going to twist around. I'm going to go another 3 or 4 miles before I get there. If you're a person that's cool with, sitting in line and making friends with, extremely drunk people in line, then, hey, that's cool. And then the other thing, of course, the longer I'm in a line, the more is a chance of someone cutting or doing something that's going to really get me mad. So it's just best for me to stay out of the lines as much as possible, and I'm in there for the atmosphere and the experience too. I want to just sit down for a while and watch people. When I find a good scare actor or a scare actor area like The Purge last year, I love to sit down there and just watch them get people one after the other. It's one of my favorite parts of the event. The Chainsaw Gang, from what we've heard, is making a return visit this year as well. So, that'll be definitely nice to see. But yeah, if you just got to rush through, the main interest is the houses. I know for the first few years I went, that was my main focus. I didn't even go to a show or anything. It was go to all the houses, walk through the scare zones as fast as possible to get to the next house, and go from there. I think my feelings and everything, and of course, blogging, writing about it, and doing the podcast, I really want to take in the whole event a lot more than normal. But yeah, I mean, I can see your point on how you can get it done, especially with that stay and scream. How that becomes a lot more manageable as far as getting through all the houses goes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for me, it's just that convenience factor of not having to wait in the lines. It all comes back to there for me.
A couple things of note, though. If you can get Express, absolutely get Express, but there are a few things to note. One, it is not like you do not have Express if you're staying at a hotel for
Right.
HHN. So don't show your hotel HHN or your hotel pass thinking you'll get in. You won't.
Mm-hmm.
So
Very important to know.
Two, unlike the hotel Express passes, Halloween Horror Nights Expresses, one-time use per night.
Yes.
So that means if the house is a 10-minute wait, probably not wise to use your Express. So if you are taking advantage of Stay and Scream and you have Express, don't use it for like the first hour and a half, because you can get through those 4 or 5 houses, and then you've got Express to do those houses again if there's one you really liked. If you just want to do them again, whatever the reason. But as you get towards the front of the park, those waits, especially after 9, 10 o'clock, start to peak. Now, depending on what week you're going to, that can mean an hour, that can mean 2 hours or more. So plan accordingly.
Yeah, definitely. Like this year, of course, Walking Dead's going to be huge.
And we know that Walking Dead is in the parade building, actually.
Yeah.
So that Walking Dead is going to be one of those houses that you can hit in that first hour and get out of the way.
Yeah.
Because Walking Dead always has a high weight. Higher when it's in the sound stages, but it always has a high weight.
Yep, definitely. And it's going to be interesting to see how they do the queuing around that, especially because the parade building in previous years has been reserved for like usually original houses, and that kind of thing. This year, and last year, Walking Dead was taking up an entire sound stage, making it the biggest house they'd ever done, and they're definitely scaling back on that this year. Another quick cool tidbit I heard: the water zombies from the show are coming in, so you're gonna have scare actors in waist deep water, which I feel really bad for those scare actors.
Yeah,
but it should be an interesting effect to see how they pull that off. But yeah, that one's gonna be crazy. Freddy vs. Jason is gonna be crazy. Insidious is gonna be crazy. Like I think from what I've heard from the rumored houses, and those are gonna be like your top 3 houses of this year.
As far as waits go.
Yeah, as far as wait times go. So if you are doing the Stay and Scream, like Greg said, if you want to go over, run over, hit Walking Dead, go. And that is a very good point about not using your Express, because last year we did that. We did the Stay and Scream. I think we stayed in the I Love Lucy pen, and then we went to From Dusk Till Dawn and Walking Dead, and we were able to get through both of those in the regular queues with very short wait times. Like I think we walked right into From Dusk Till Dawn, and right after that, since we got through it so fast, we were in Walking Dead's line for maybe 20 minutes, and then we were able to circle back around at the end of the night and go back through them again with our Express.
So you mentioned another pin area. If you don't know what we mean by Stay and Scream, the park's technically closed to day guests, but if you have admission, you're able to stay. To Halloween Horror Nights, there are different areas where they literally fence you in while they clear the rest of the park. And then once those gates go, you're going to be closer to a certain location. You mentioned the Lucy pin.
Right.
If you're doing a multiple night package, especially without Express, maybe get into different pins, because the Lucy pin is going to be a lot closer to those front. Now, the front houses, just because of logistics, are going to fill up first.
Right.
Because they're the first thing people see as they come through the main gates. So, whereas at the front, you mentioned you got through 2 houses. In the back, you'll probably get through 4, maybe 5, before waits start picking up.
Mm-hmm.
So, go to different pins on different days.
Yeah.
So you can knock out the houses you want to.
Yep.
If you don't have Express, during the middle of the day, there's 5 scare zones.
Yes. Yep,
So 5 scare zones and 2 shows. We know Bill and Ted's coming back. They announced the other show.
They have not. I'm personally expecting a Jack show, much like during the Carnival of Carnage year, like a stage show he had with his sidekick, his Harley Quinn, basically.
I would like to see them do. Are they saying 2 shows?
Yeah,
Go back to the first one.
Yeah, I'm on the site here. 9 houses, 5 scare zones, 2 shows, and 30 nights.
2 shows. Okay. Yeah, I gotta think they'll give Jack a show, and then they won't do what they usually do.
Oh, Rocky Horror.
Horror.
Yeah.
Which is fun, but
yeah, and I wouldn't discount like smaller little street scenes happening a lot like they did in The Purge. With the auction and everything, I'd expect a lot of those smaller street scenes, like in the different scare zones that they have. And I don't know if it's legit at all, but somebody, a couple people retweeted on Twitter the source code in the website. Something they found some info about The Purge. Did you see that?
I didn't. But I mean, it's the same site, so I mean, it could just be old info.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because I mean, if you're looking off, quote unquote dead links, who knows when exactly they'll put the current info in?
Right. So yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that they do The Purge 2 years in a row. It's definitely one of the more successful scare zones that they've done in a while. But I think with different things coming back, like The Walking Dead and the rumored American Werewolf in Paris coming back again. Or Werewolf in London, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I get those 2 movies mixed up all the time. Even though I really shouldn't. That's terrible. But yeah, the rumored with that coming back, I think with those 2 things, I don't think you're going to see that happen. I'm really totally at a loss of what the scare zones could be this year. Even in the rumors and speculations, there were a couple fairy tale, like Twisted Fairy Tale kind of area in Central Park. Mm-hmm. A couple of other things like that, but it'll definitely be interesting to see if they make any changes because of those leaks. I think the scare zones would be the easiest ones to switch around and reimagine. The houses, especially the IPs, I think they were kind of dead set on, and even whether it leaked or not, that's what they are going to have to do. They've got licensing agreements and everything to worry about on that side. So, yeah, time will tell with that. But yeah, ultimately, I mean, back to the Express and to the question someone asked, what's the best option to getting through as fast as possible? The VIP tour, I don't think. I mean, you're going to get
as far as speed goes, it's not going to be. It's the fastest, because I'm looking here. They're 4.5 hours.
Yeah, 4.5 hours, and they're going to stop off, and you're stuck with the group. So they're going to keep stopping back at the place, the private bar, to go buy your drinks and that kind of thing. That's going to happen throughout the night, at least a couple of times in that 4 hours. You're going to have to watch the Bill and Ted show, which I mean, it sounds like you're being forced to, but it's a good show. But if you're trying to get through fast, you're probably not.
I don't want to watch a 45-minute show.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, that's probably not your best bet. If you have the money, Express for sure. Like Greg said, the Stay and Scream. It sounds like you're gonna have to drop your kids off though, so Stay and Scream probably isn't even an option for you. So
yeah, I mean, you have to be in the park before 6 usually.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Whatever time they post close that day, which is I'm basing off previous, usually 6. You have to be inside the park. Now, the big difference between being inside the park before 6 and being outside the park after 6 is metal detectors.
Yes.
And that backs up a lot of people really fast. So anytime after 6, you're looking at waiting a longer time because you've got to go through the additional security.
Yeah, I think I don't know for sure if you're able to do it, but if you do want to see the rope drop or the opening, ceremony for Halloween Horror Nights of the Night, I don't know if you can be already in that ticket area before, or if they clear you out and make you go through the metal detector again.
They make you go through. I've done it.
Oh, okay, so they kick you out of that in between area, basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you can pretty much get as close as where the metal detectors are.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so. Yeah, so I guess if you have to drop the kids off, you're gonna have to go through there anyways. You'll want to get there as early as you possibly can, and if you got the express, just
go.
Yeah, look,
circle around the park.
Yeah, see which way the crowd's going and go the other direction, and try to get through as many as you can before it starts filling up and going crazy.
I don't know about the logic on that one, because if you're just trying to get through fast, don't listen to what I said earlier about, use the express every time.
Yeah.
Because the express line, even on those soundstage houses, still gets 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I mean, I would just say start at the front with express. If your sole goal is to get through all 9 houses as fast as possible.
Yep.
And you're not already in the park.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I would hit the sound stages first. If I was going for speed, I would hit
with
those,
express.
Yeah, because even the express line is going to fill up a little bit on there, and you might be looking at 15, 20, maybe even up to 30-minute wait, depending. And a lot of those people with express are just going to run right to the express line and not take our advice. I've seen, especially at the opening of the night, it's funny because the express line will be longer than the regular line. For especially for the smaller houses, but even like The Walking Dead and that kind of thing. Like the express filled up like crazy right at opening. And like I said, we got through 20 minutes in the regular line. So, and there was a lot of complaints about that last year too, about the express not really getting you express. But
it seems every year there's that complaint. I mean,
but I think again that has to do with when are you using it? Like, are you trying to jump into the main house, like the biggest houses, and just like run to the express line? Because a lot of people are going to do that, and obviously that's going to create like a more weight there, and then it all on top of that, ultimately you're relying on the staff to stop the regular line and open up the express and go switch back and forth. So if that guy's having a bad day and he just wants to mess with the express people, he can.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing stopping him from doing it. So but yeah, I mean, for me, again, express all the time, every time. I just like it for the comfort, and I'll save up all year to do it if I have to. So
yeah, we have talked about the difference. And if you don't have express, you definitely may want to look at having 2 nights. But like I mentioned, the frequent Rush of Fear is only like $83, and I think the frequent fear is only like 90 something. Right now, I'm looking at the 1% tour because the VIP private RIP tour starts at $1,400.
Yeah.
And
I'll also be doing that this year.
You get a guide of the VIP private one?
Yep, that's the one we're doing.
Dog, $1,400.
Yeah, I just got that in my pocket, so.
Yeah, I see you get a 3-day star card.
Yeah, of course you're splitting that with everybody that's in there. If you're, if you got a group of 10 going, I mean that's always a good. It's a cool option. You'll feel important. You don't have to wait.
The private one, you get your own person.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the RIP tour where you're with other people. Private,
the private one is for you and up to I believe 10
25.
guests. Oh, up to 25 guests.
25 for your party.
Okay.
It does say other RIP tour guests.
Yeah.
No, wait, I'm on the wrong one.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that one.
For your party.
Yeah, I think it's up to 10. We filled up like all 10 to do it.
This is not very easy to read.
Yeah,
because there's like an asterisk and.
But yeah, the private RIP tour, that's the price for your whole party, whether you have one person, 2 people, or up to the maximum that they allow, 10. I'm pretty sure it was 10. So
$140 per person.
Yeah, which it's still pricey, but that way you're not waiting in any lines at all. They are literally going to walk you up to the front. They're going to stop both the express and regular lines, and you're going to walk in, and people are going to look at you, and they're going to hate you. It's just like when I go for the media events and things in the past few years. You'll feel really good about skipping those lines.
Oh yeah,
and you'll hear some interesting things from the crowd there for sure. But that, I mean, if you can afford that one, then yeah.
If you've got 10 people, it's doable.
Yeah, I mean that's an awesome way to experience it. Like I said, you got a private bar that they take you to. You're still gonna have to pay for your drinks on top of all that, but at least you don't have to wait with the masses and in some of those beer lines when they get real crazy.
Yeah. Have you done a behind the screen tour?
I have not. That is something I want to do. Probably won't be able to this year because of all the other stuff I'm doing and spending money on.
Yeah, daytime it's hard.
Yeah, I have gone on like a couple of the media events where they basically do that. They just walk you through the house with the lights on, and you can take pictures and check out the scenic elements. And if you're a horror buff, or a Horror Nights buff, anything like that, that's definitely something you want to check out, because it's a really cool experience, and you're going to get a lot of inside information about the creation process and everything that you normally wouldn't get just going through the event. So it's a cool thing to do, and if I had more money and time, I would definitely be doing that too this year. But
all that money on the private RIP tour.
Yeah, that kind of killed any hope of doing that this year. I don't even think I'm going to be able to do Hollow Scream this year.
It is sold out already, September 18th, 19th, 25th, and October 3rd. So, like, people are buying them. Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know. Lee got ours before the event even started. I mean, before they officially started selling it. He was calling customer service every day, just asking, "Can we get it yet? Can we get it yet?" And finally, they were like, "Fine,
we'll just sell it to you.
Yeah,
just give me your money.
You want to give us money that bad? Just go ahead." Yeah. And as far as Lee and Tracy's question about the rope,
answer whose question? Rope drop?
Yeah, the rope drop one.
Give me until September 18th, and I'll let you know.
Might be after the 19th, because the first night always pours and you never get that front experience like you're supposed to.
Or yeah, but I mean, as soon as it's on YouTube, we'll kind of know is it cool enough to watch on YouTube, or is it something you want to see?
Yeah, I think this year might be special with the 25th and with Jack, but they disappointed me on the actual 25th anniversary, when the only special thing was all the credit card systems going down.
Oh yeah. Harking back to the old days.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, there's just no way to know. It might be really cool, and still, you can check it out on YouTube, and that's good enough for you, because you only have 2 days. It's really hard to see everything you want to see, and know ahead of time, what's the best way to do it, because houses go down, fire alarms get set off, weather, happens in Florida. Yeah. All of those things you need to plan for. Speaking of weather, try to wear light clothing. I still recommend tennis shoes, but try to keep, dry socks or a change of something in a bag if you can. Mm-hmm. Just don't travel too heavy, but expect to get poured on.
Yeah, be prepared for that for sure. Maybe some of those really small compact folding umbrellas, because the problem with the ponchos is they're going to make you take them off in each house before you go into the houses. So,
and they're hot.
Yeah, you're going to end up soaked anyways in one of those. Do you want it to be by the rain or by your own sweat is basically it, because it's going to end up that way, and then taking it off and putting it on so many times, it's going to get drenched anyways. So I'm a big fan of those $3 throwaway pocket umbrellas, and literally at the end of the night toss it. And if it gets too cumbersome or it stops raining, toss it. You spent $3 on it. It's less than one of the ponchos at the park. So,
yep.
So yeah, definitely be prepared for that kind of thing. Hopefully we're getting the rain out of the way now, because it's been torrentially downpouring for the past about week. It's flooded all over here. So hopefully we're getting that out of the way a little earlier with the weather system this year, but I don't know. It's been a tradition, opening night, Halloween Horror Nights every year. It's been pouring, so.
Yep.
Yeah, so, I think that's going to pretty much do it for the show. Do you have anything else, Greg?
No, I mean, that just about does it. Make sure you see Bill and Ted.
Yep.
And if you want the best show, go to the last show.
Definitely. And I'll just throw in a plug for Lee because I know he'd want me to. Head on over to uuophh20152015.moonfruit.com. And that's Moonfruit, yes. To find out about the UK meet in September. And of course, I'm still looking for your best maniacal clown laughs for this year's Halloween Horror Nights competition. And you can continue to vote in our top 5 worst attractions at Universal Orlando Resort by emailing us your top 5 to podcast@uuopodcast.com. That's going to do it for this edition of the Dead Man's Digest. So for Greg and myself, this is Darren, and peace out.
See ya.